That's me. It was so good seeing you, Mama. Hey, Uber for Chaz. Boobs.
Like, I hate when I tell a straight man that I'm gay and then he just get up in my face glazing. Like, talking about some, bro, you have so much potential, you have so much potential. Nigga, you don't think I know that? Your bitch comes to me when she's venting about you, telling me that she hates you and telling me that if I wasn't gay, she would let me crack. But instead, we go get our toes done and talk about it over ice cream.
Let's see. Watch this, y'all. Why the fuck would that happen?
Ew! What the fuck is your problem? I knew you were saying you at me. Literally, earlier at the stoplight, you said the same thing, and I walked back again to see if it was you. And it was.
What are you talking about?
So don't say you at strangers that you don't know. I don't fuck with you, that's for sure. You're short and ugly and balding. And guess who has flowers and who doesn't? That's why you're alone on Valentine's Day.
I've never seen a gay man Dougie, so I just wanted to know if all y'all can Dougie.
Well, feast your eyes on this. Feast your eyes on this. Fuck!
Yeah. You ever heard of a lesbian?
My straight best friend just sent me $25 to celebrate Pride Month. She said, drinks on me. And I said, yes. Iced coffee is on you. Ally!
It doesn't matter if you're gay. It's only another pair of titties.
Hey girl, what's up?
Hey, I think my man's gay.
Oh, what you want me to do with that information, Mookie?
I need you to figure this shit out right now.
Let me cook. What you doing tonight?
Hopefully hanging out with you.
Aren't you supposed to be hanging out with your girlfriend?
Yeah, I could care. So.
Well, looks like we got our answer. So my bestie found some interesting text messages on his phone with another man. So she sent her strongest soldier to do some investigations. At first, when I called him, he's like, why are you calling me? Like, are you with, let's call her Tierra. I was like, no, I'm just checking in on you. Like, how are you doing? He then has this weird little smirk on his face. He's like, I'm good. Like, what you up to? We just talking for a little bit. Then I'm like, what are you doing tonight? Mind you, they had dinner date plans. He was like, oh, no, I'm not doing anything. Hopefully hanging out with you, blah, blah, blah. You heard it. Girl, it was getting too messy for me, girl. I had to hang up. I'm going to need you to go ahead and throw that PS5 off the balcony.
One thing I'm absolutely never going to understand. We created gods to explain why harvests are good. And now, I can't kiss a dude or I burn forever?
If you ask a woman about her sexuality, the conversation usually goes like this. Hey, are you straight? Oh, yeah, I am. Or it'll go like, hey, are you straight? Girl? No. But if you ask a straight man if he's straight, it'll go something like, how dare you? How dare you? Do I look like how could you? How could you? I'm a straight man. I'm a straight man. Am I straight? What do I look? You will never catch me saying a nice thing about a woman, but I am a straight man. A straight man, I say.
Okay, so we know about girl math and we know about boy math, and now it's time for gay math. Let's begin. If it takes 15 minutes for a regular person to get there, it's gonna take a gay 7.5 minutes. All you have to do is divide by 2. If there's 4 siblings in your family, one of them's gay. If there's 3 siblings in your family, one of them's gay. If there's twins in your family, one of them's gay. And if you're an only child, the dad is gay. That's just science. If it's 95 degrees out, you order an iced coffee. If it's 10 degrees out, you order an iced coffee. A plus B equals C. If someone looks at you 1 to 2 times, they're not interested in you. If they look at you a 3rd time, that's the love of your life, you're falling in love. Book the venue. But if they look at you 4 or more times, then we go back to not interested. If I call you a bitch or a slut, we're actually best friends. If I call you honey or sweetie, we're mortal enemies and I hate you. That's just math.
There needs to be more conversation about how white-dominated transgender spaces and representation is. And this is problematic because expectations of what passing means and transgender narratives become rooted in Eurocentric beauty standards and westernized ideals of what masculinity or femininity means. And this means that the experiences of people of color get left out. For example, transitioning for trans men often implies this gaining of white male privilege. But for trans mass people of color, it means we have to confront new types of racism that I don't get here talked about in transitioning stories. When black and brown trans mass people transition, they're encountering new bigotries of being pursued as a threat. And when Asian trans mass people transition, we have an extra added layer of being infantilized and emasculized by society. So this doesn't mean we're gaining any sort of male privilege in the white male privilege sense, but we're going to be encountering new types of discrimination and racism that you don't really hear about. And you don't really hear about them because the experiences of people of color are so pushed off to the side. Another example, Eurocentric beauty standards. Passing tips always tend to be from white trans men. This lack of diversity and representation for people of color in trans spaces means that everyone's transition goals kind of just center around whiteness, around this skinny white boy ideal. And people of color will never be able to live up to the white standard that's set for trans people.
If you're opposed to gay marriage, you can simply say no when a gay person proposes to you. The news is always like, America has banned wheelchair ramps because they weren't in the Bible. Finland has made ice cream free. If a monkey hoarded more bananas than it could eat while most of the other monkeys starved, scientists would study that monkey to figure out what the heck was wrong with it. When humans do it, we put them on the cover of Forbes. This appears to be a sign on the ground, and it says, see a tent? Just fucking leave it alone, thanks. Maybe instead of complaining about a homeless person's only shelter from the elements, you could do something about the economic conditions that put them there in the first place, or maybe let them use the bathroom at your overpriced bougie-ass hipster cafe. As you go out of your way to make the life of a homeless person harder, ask yourself the question, what the fuck is wrong with me? Neopronouns are made-up words. Boy, do I have a surprising fact for you about all words. And lastly, fondly remembering the time 2 of my transphobic colleagues wouldn't eat my baking, so I made progressively more delicious and elaborate cakes and watched them die inside from their own bigotry.
Makeup is powered by Pride Flag. This step is not June, but I don't care because Pride is all year round and I can do what I want. MLM edition. That's right, multi-level marketing, that's what it stands for. That's a joke, by the way. Yeah, I'm not rushing my looks, y'all. Someone commented, are you done making Pride looks? 2 days after I haven't made one. Have we forgotten what patience was? Anyways, lesbians, you add your sunset. Bisexuals got space, so I will give these MLMs the ocean. And we're also gonna use About Face's matte fluid eye paints. First, we're gonna do these like wavy eyes. I've never done this shape, but I also love it. I was winging it, literally winging it. I'm using their detail brushes too to pack that color on. They also have a fractal eye paint. I used it for the first time. Since when was it this glittery? Why did no one tell me? So I blend 2 shades of blue on top and then I outline it in white. And a little tip, if you actually use a longer brush, it will be more smooth because the smaller the paintbrush, the more shaky and close you have to move your hand to your eye. I've always used these for my creative looks because they don't move. When they set, mama. So I'm trying to do this seafoam texture. I don't know what seafoam looks like. I haven't seen the ocean in so long. Just don't blend it too much. You want to have texture on there. So just layer the colors from darkest to lightest and make the seafoam itself, not like how I did the clouds, a little more messy. They're called paints for a reason. They literally act like paint. And I like art, so it works in my favor. Anyways, let me know what look you want me to do next. Obviously, I'm gonna take my time with these. Do not rush me, or I'll never do them again. You hear me? Alright, love you. XOXO, kisses, bye.
It is 5:30 in the morning, and I am about to go get top surgery, so my dad is doing a vlog takeover.
All right. He's been in there about an hour or so. Got his Wordle done in the second try, so that bodes well. Craziest thing happened. They called him to go back, and immediately I panicked. Not because I was scared, but because he wasn't next to me. And I just don't want him to hurt. But the next thought I had was, by doing this today, there's a different kind of hurt that goes away. And that felt really, really good. So, a couple more hours to go. You know, as I've been sitting here waiting for Ains, doing some thinking, I think about the conversations I've had leading up to today's surgery, and people are varying levels of supportive and interested. And a lot of times it ends up with, oh, finally, this surgery, you know, will help your son become your son, or something along those lines. And as an outsider, I'm sure that makes sense, but I gotta tell you, the longer I've had these conversations and the longer I've witnessed the courageous beauty of my son, I realize all today is a procedure that helps that spirit that's always been there come into the light a little bit easier. It removes an obstacle that hides the beautiful light that's inside. My son doesn't arrive today. My son has been with me for 21 years. Today, it's just a little easier for him to manifest that in the world like the rest of us. All right, here's a little update. It's been about 3 hours. I know there was some pre-op stuff he had to do, but my guess is that we're getting close to him being out, ready to go home and recover. All right, just got the news. Everything's A-okay. Dr. Lee, this little dynamo of a doctor, came in, gave me the good news. All is well. Ains will be out in about 45 minutes. I might have shed a tear or two just because I am so damn relieved and so damn excited. All right, he's out. I've seen him. He's in great shape. Then they made me empty the drain. But I'm a little wuss like that. But he's hungry. Well, actually, he's more thirsty than anything else, but a little dopey, but looking forward to coming home.
Oh, little baby, I love you so much. You're so silly, so confused. Calm yourself!
Oh, no, help! Shh. Shrek!
No, it's okay.
What did you do with the princess?
Donkey, shh, I'm the princess. It's me, in this body.
Oh my God, you ate the prince!
Make a circle, make a circle.
Get him up, let him get up, let him get up, let him get up.
I have the scariest game.